Hello, everyone. My name is Shyam Manavat, and I welcome all of you once again in the new episode of our podcast. Today, our guest is from one of the prestigious college. We always have a guest from prestigious college, right? But today we have somebody who is studying in India's the best college, which is um, the college which is holding rank one from decades. So let's welcome Rupesh, who is 99.6 percentiler and currently studying in IIM Ahmedabad. He's a chemical engineer and have 2.5 years of experience as as a SAP consultant, right?
Yes, SAP
Okay,
consultant.
great. Okay. So first of all, thank you, Rupesh, for joining us in this podcast. As you know that we are having this podcast series for the students and audience who are preparing for CAT exam. People like you who will always be inspiration for the institute, for the students, for the audience who are watching this. So,
Yeah, thanks for having me, Shah. And I'm always happy to share my journey and insights towards. Happy to share my journey and insight for the future aspirants.
okay, Rupesh. So, Rupesh, uh, you have 2.5 years of experience, and you're working currently in in Cognizant, right?
Yeah.
So at what point of time have you decided that I should go for MBA?
MBA has been in my radar for a very long time. Even before I joined my UG, MBA was my target. So I basically come from a business family. So I
Okay.
don't know where this interest started from, but the goal was to get into any of the top six IIMs even before I joined my UG college. So that's how it started.
All right. So when you were in your engineering time, that time itself, you thought of going for non-technical field. Is that so?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Um, so now the journey, when you change from an engineering background to non-engineering background, which especially when we talk about MBA, the subjects which you have never heard of, subjects which you have never gone through, was it difficult for you to switch from engineering to management?
yeah, definitely. Yes, you're like it is like finance related subjects. Literally every engineer like struggles at picking those kinds of subjects. Yes, even I have struggled, but with the enough efforts, I believe we can rebuild it.
Now, so Rupesh, before joining the IIM, you have prepared for CAT exam, and of course, you have scored 99.6 percentile. So, how many months before the CAT exam have you start preparing?
I started somewhere in June. I was serious only after July or something. I got into IMA only in my second attempt. My first attempt was in 2023. I got few cap calls and I was also able to convert those, but I was not personally happy with those results. So I just want to give it a one more try. And yeah, that's about it.
So, in your first attempt, did you get call from any? Have you applied for any college, or did you get call from any institute?
Yeah,
For
I got all cap calls. Then individual names like Amritsar, Visakhapatnam, and so on.
Okay, all right. So, you thought of dropping that out, or you appeared for interview just for the in knowledge sake, which could help you in the next year?
Yeah, board a case. I just want to get an experience of how interview is working out. And I converted few colleges, but I decided to drop it out.
All right. So you have thought of you kept your target first and last target to be AVCL, or was it only IIM Ahmedabad or
No, no, no. I was fine with getting into any of the top six IIMs.
toxic IIMs? All
Uh,
right. And Rupesh, how was you as a student before joining IIM as a student?
I won't say I was a topper. Definitely not a topper. I would consider myself decent enough. Um, I had 997 profile. My CGPA dipped very bad during my UG days. Yeah, that's all good.
All right. So being an average student, also you have kept target as AVCL, the top six one,
Yeah, yeah,
and kept working on that.
yeah,
Okay. So initially, maybe shall we talk about your second attempt, which was
yep,
more prepared and with lot of interest,
yep.
more efforts. So when you started preparing second time, What was your strategy? How did you change your strategy compared to previous year?
Uh, like literally I covered almost all of the syllabus before I started preparing during my second attempt. So plan was to take as many marks as possible
Mhm.
and analyze where I'm getting wrong. So I was fully focused on analyzing where I'm getting wrong and finding my weakness and strengthening those areas. So that was my strategy.
That was your strategy. Okay. So now let's go back to the initial days of your CAT preparation. Um, when maybe so have you started looking at the syllabus before, or have you started working on the basics before? Did you thought of doing a kind of a SWOT analysis, understanding your strength and weakness before starting for CAT preparation?
No, like I just took a mock exam without any preparation, just to get to know how the questions are and so on. And based upon those things, I started preparation. I joined a coaching center just to get a structure. Like I know, like literally all of the concepts in CAT are from 8th, 9th standard, but still I prefer to join a coaching center so as I would get a structure on what to do next. So I got an idea on what to prepare.
Okay. Okay. So you mean to say that first you understood the pattern of the exam, the type
Yeah.
of question which come in the exam, and syllabus you were clear that it's maths up to 10 standard and English, and then puzzles, reasoning, some sort of figures we need to interpret.
Yeah.
And then to get a structure that from which step, what are the steps to follow, which chapters
Yeah.
to pick up first, you join some course.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so during that time, how much time were you giving to the classes, and how much time were you giving to yourself for studies?
I would say I was spending somewhere around 1.5 to 2 hours every day. My classes are fully scheduled on weekends. So I was spending somewhere around 4 to 5 hours on Saturday and Sundays. And in addition to that, I used to take mock exams, full-length mock exams every weekend. That's it.
Okay, so in beforehand itself, you started with the mock exams.
Yes.
This is where most of the students get afraid of. They don't jump to the mocks. They feel like we should complete the syllabus fully and then jump to the mocks. So, what is your advice to those students?
Even I thought of doing the same, but that's why I said like joined the coaching center to get a structure. So they advised me to take on the marks from the early on itself. So like literally all of the concepts were elementary level. So there is no reason to complete the syllabus or do something else before taking the marks. So there's a reason there why literally all coaching centers are giving some 25 to 30 mark exams.
Right.
Uh, so even if you take one mock exam every week, it's around 7 months or so. So something like the structure is prepared in some such a way like we need to take mocks from the early on. So also like it provides a lot of insight into like what we are doing right and what we are doing wrong. Like if you start to take mock exam towards the last 1 or 1.5 months, we will be having less data to analyze. We won't be able to know what our strengths and weaknesses are.
Correct.
So like if we start early on, we'll be able to know where we are lagging, what our strengths are like, and we'll be able to analyze those things and work up on those things. So that's pretty much important. It's a bit uncomfortable to take marks before the syllabus is being updated, but it is advisable to do so.
Right. Okay. So, which was your strength? If you remember your mock initial mocks, what was your strength, and what was your which section you had to work more on?
ERC was my strength. I was naturally good at that. DLR was my nightmare, like many other people. Like I had to work very hard for DLR.
Well, I have difference of opinion from the different students. Mostly, student give last time, or they don't give much time to LRDI. mostly students don't give much time to LRD. They feel like, okay, this is just a reasoning, so we need to just make some sort of arrangement and then we can crack that section. And I agree with you that it's wide, like it's vast. There is no concept, and that's what make this section more interesting and also more surprising. So yeah, so I hope you have something to say to our student who take DILR very lightly.
Yeah, like it's one of the most unpredictable section in CAT exam. Like when you take CAT 2023, it's like four long question if I'm not wrong. But in CAT 2024, DLR was having five sets if I'm not wrong, and questions are pretty short. So it's completely unpredictable. So we must be ready to face any kind of question, and like we can't say like there will be confirm there will be one arrangement question, there will be something of this sort, there will be something of this sort. Like there is
Right.
no set pattern or something, there is no syllabus or something. So it's about solving as many questions as possible, tuning our mind to in such a way like we should be knowing where to attack a set to get a breakthrough and to solve the question. Like we just can't remember all the facts and we just can't blindly try to solve the question. So there'll be some weakness in the set, there'll be some clues. So we need to tune our mind in such a way that we should be able to connect the clues and
Right.
get into the question.
Right. Right.
So I believe like it comes only with a lot of practice. Uh, just by solving previous year questions or taking one or two marks, I think it won't be enough to get a 95 plus percentile or 99 plus percentile in DLR. Like, so DLR for me is all about practicing.
Practicing. Right.
Yeah.
So more or less, when you say mocks, apart from mocks and past year papers, uh, solve additional DILR sets. More or less, what should be the number of cases, number of sets students should solve per week on DILR to keep the consistency
Um, I would say like at least 4 to 5 sets every week.
every week?
And it's not about the numbers, it's also about the quality. For example, during my preparation days, like I didn't care much about whether I was able to solve DLR sets or like whether I'm getting 99% or 95% during mocks. So I was more focused on whether I'm improving in DLR or like whether I'm able to crack the clues or not. So whenever a mock test completes, so I used to sit. I would remove all time limits and I will try to solve the sets on my own. I will take my own time. So whenever I get stuck in a place, I used to see the video solutions until I get a clue on what to do next. So then I will stop the video solution and I will try to continue solving the set. So that's how I used to practice during my CAT preparation days.
Okay. Okay. Some students, Rupesh, they feel stuck. I get a lot of students message these days because CAT 26 is approaching, right? So they get stuck in quant initial questions because when we prepare question set, practice set for students, every question I try to give new question, different question of the same chapter. And the other side of this is when student look at the practice questions, they see, okay, this question I understood. Next question, again, I'm not able to understand. And they feel quite demoralized. And they feel that I'm not getting the good grip on the chapter, especially in quant, because the syllabus is vast. So what is your way of tackling this situation?
Like, it's not like just because we are well versed in a particular chapter in quant, we'll be able to solve literally all the questions coming in those area. So I was good in only arithmetic and algebra. So I used to attempt literally all the questions in those areas. But there will be some questions which will be extremely difficult, and the time and effort that we put into solve those questions is not so much worth. So like the thing is, you must students must know whether it is worth to attempt those questions, whether uh, like it is worth to solve those questions within the specified time constraint. So if you are solving an arithmetic question for 3 or 4 minutes, it's not as useful. Like maybe you could try some logarithm based question, which are which may be shorter in shorter, which may take shorter duration, and which may uh, be comparatively much more easier than the question in arithmetic. So the point is like what I do used to do is like I would go through each and every question in first 3 to 4 minutes, and I will segregate the questions into easy, medium, and difficult. And then I start solving from easy areas, and then I move to medium, and then I move to tougher ones. And also like the reason why I told like mocks are important is like during one of the analysis, I got to know like whenever I spend more than 3 minutes in a quant question, there is a high probability I'm going to get it wrong. Even if it is from a easy chapter, even if it is from a chapter which I'm well versed in. So whenever I feel like I'm spending too much time in a question, I used to move to the next question. So that saved a lot of time and that literally changed uh, uh gave me a boost in quant.
Right, right. So do you mean that selection of questions is very important in CAT?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So selecting right question, and that right question can be different for Rupesh, for different from for Shyam, and different from for somebody else, right? Because
Yes.
we all have our different strength and weakness in
Mm,
us.
yeah.
Correct. Okay. And during your CAT preparation, was there a point where you felt a lot positive towards scoring high in CAT exam?
Uh, it was a journey of ups and downs. There were times where I was very confident of scoring well,
Right.
and within a couple of weeks, I will get a very bad mock score, which will shatter all those confidence. So it's about being consistent, learning from your failures. So just to give an insight, like when I joined my coaching class for the first time, there were around 51 people in the class. And towards the end, like just some 1 month before the CAT exam, there were just two people, which means a lot of people have lost their confidence because of their mock scores or something else, and they have given up.
Okay.
So someone who doesn't give up, someone who is going to be consistent is going to uh, get a good scoring CAT. So being consistent is very much important.
Very much.
Bad mock scores, these things are like part of the process.
Right. Right. I completely agree with you. I totally agree with you. I mean, I also believe that if you're not able to run, at least walk. If you're not able to walk, at least scroll. But be consistent and keep progressing and keep going towards your goal. See, this Rupesh CAT syllabus is very vast if you look at if you especially if you include quant. And when student they ask question initially to me that, "Oh, what is the syllabus?" And when I share the syllabus with them, they feel that, okay, this is too vast. And that's where their first time their confidence gets shattered that uh, whether I'll be able to complete this syllabus or not. I feel that, the students or for anything, for be it in your career or exam preparation, you should have small goals. You should divide the entire journey into small milestones, easy milestones, and then start your progress. So, what is your way? Like, how did you react in this situation, or how was your way of handling this?
Like, I feel like there is no set syllabus for VRC and LRDI. Only
Absolutely
for cons, we have a proper structure.
correct.
So, I started with my strengths. Arithmetic is my biggest strength. And
Okay.
I completed algebra and I moved to geometry. But every time during mock or in the final CAT exam, I used to attempt only questions from arithmetic and algebra. So I used to attempt somewhere around 9 or 10 questions and used to get 8 or 9 correct. So that's how my strategy was. But I would say like completing quants portion is very much important. Uh, Most of the people, including me, have left modern maths section completely.
Right.
But there are a lot of times when there will be very easy questions from modern maths area, which if I see something like permutation or probability, I will just within a microsecond I will move to the next question. So That was a mistake I made, but I would ask the future aspirant not to do the same mistake. Completing the syllabus is much more important, and most of the syllabus are like elementary level. You won't need too much time to study those concepts. It's just the multiplication, division, and addition.
True, true, true. So, if I interpret your way, um, I think you mean to say that touch basics, touch formulas have entire syllabus cover from the concepts point of view at least. And if you are having interest or if you're finding any chapter interesting, get into depth of it. But do not leave any chapter untouched.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
Fine. Taken. Point taken. Okay. Um, uh, You have also mentioned that you have consider around 25 to 28 mocks, which you can divide one mock per week. But when you come closer to the exam, that time have you increased the frequency of mocks or were they still the same?
I think I stopped taking mocks some 2 or 3 weeks before the CAT exam. Um, like I felt like the data was more than enough to identify my strengths and weakness. Um, and I stopped studying any new portions or syllabus 1 month before CAT. So I don't want to get into anything new. So I had my strategy ready. I got to know what I'm going to do on the day. So I just kept the same as it is.
Okay. So before a couple of weeks before the exam, you have stopped touching any new chapter, new
Yeah,
concept. You
yeah,
kept on revising what
yeah.
you have studied before. And maybe was it like I'm just trying to explore the options. Was that the case with you that you identified the concept from mocks or from your practice questions that these are the things I should keep it for the 11th hour, like last final last minute revision. I should have this tips with me. I mean, when you're solving the question during mock or during your uh, practice solving extra questions, have you kept some handwritten notes or some tips which you wanted to revise at the last minute before the exam?
Didn't prepare any material of the sort. I just used whatever was available in the internet from the coaching center. So I was just revising formulas, related things for my quant, and didn't do much of anything for VRs and LRDA.
Okay, great. Okay, fine. We'll come back to cat preparation journey again. For now, I asked this question to all the IIM alumni or students who are studying currently in IIM. Nowadays, there are a lot of options available. Nowadays, there are a lot of options available for students. Maybe they can go for startup. They can find some course online, right? And maybe say data analytics or some sort of courses which are related to management, and they are easily available.
Yeah.
So why should they invest? Why students should invest in any college at an MBA degree, which is costing them more than 20-25 lakhs?
Okay. See, I believe like the journey in IM is not about getting a degree and getting a pay package. It's a transformative journey. Like when you come out of an IM, you will be a different person altogether. Also, like, yeah, there are a lot of courses and things which you can do even online. But the peer networks, the peer quality, the kind of people you talk with every day, the kind of thing you learn from them, you can't get it from anywhere else, right? Uh, yeah, there are far more important things or far more things which are available in IIM than about course or getting pay packages. Maybe someone can say like they can get a 20 lakh package by completing some course, but the exposure that they get in IIM, the network that they can build in IIM is much more valuable in long term than short term course.
Absolutely. Right. So you mean to say the ambient environment, peer group, your project members, your faculty members, the facilities which are available, the way you sit together to solve any particular problem. That makes a lot of difference compared to if you do any online course. I
Yeah,
just
obviously, like you will be sitting with diverse group of people. There will be a CA sitting there. There will be a psychologist sitting. There will be a doctor sitting there. Where do you get such a diverse group of people sitting around and discussing about the problems? There is no way you'll be able to get such a diverse profile in any short-term courses or online courses and so on. Like, there's a lot of thing to learn in IIM. There's a lot of perspective you can learn from the other people. So this cannot be obtained in anywhere else. So
right.
there's a
It's
lot
not
of things.
right. Correct. I agree. I agree. I kept saying this to students that the experience is totally different, but I'm not able to define in words. I'm not able to convey this message to students very clearly that how it is different when you're getting into top B school and then you're studying there, you're having a residential program there. That experience is totally different compared to if you do any online certification or watch any YouTube video. That's not matchable, like, right? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Uh, what do you think the biggest myth student has before joining the top B school about that B school?
Um, like only academically sound person or academically how to say like exceptional person will be able to get into top school. That's
Oh.
one thing. And I believe like there's a lot of myth on workload management. Uh, People used to say like they sleep only for 3 to 4 hours every day.
Hmm.
But I was comfortably sleeping somewhere around 6 to 7 hours in the last one. And also my friends. So I would say like the workload related things the biggest myth in at least in IMA.
Oh, great. Okay. And then people, this is coming from uh, a person who's studying in IIM Ahmedabad. So, please don't feel like you are going to be in some military camp or something where they will give a lot of work so that you don't get proper sleep. That's totally different. Okay. That's not what B school's agenda is. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, Rupesh. And I mean, when you practice quant, when you practice LR, DI, students also ask question to me that these type of questions or subjects or problems we are not going to face in MBA college when we are studying in MBA. Then why do we have to crack this exam? Why do we have to study this syllabus? And this is what the answer which you have given. Uh, the answer of this question is also hidden there. Like, if you are able to process complicated information faster, then that makes you a different person. And that's where you said that, as you said correctly, that that's where you are able to get good sleep, because maybe you must be getting lengthy assignments, right? 200 pages assignment or some case studies, but you must be able to process that complicated information faster than others, and you can complete that in less time,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, like, I didn't do any 200-page assignments, to be honest. We used to do much smaller assignments than that. But
Okay.
we used to have a lot of case studies. We used to have, we need to study a lot of cases for the subjects. Like, literally, there will be one case before every class. So each case will be somewhere around 20 to 30 pages, depending upon the complexity. So that's where VRC comes into the picture,
Right.
and there will be a lot of data points that will be given, financial related data and so on. That's where LRD related things come into picture.
Right.
So yeah, there is some relation between what's going on in the cat and what the B school is about.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Correct. True. True. If someone is already earning, someone is already doing a job, should they still consider MBA? Like in your case, you already decided when you were in your engineering college that I will take couple of years of experience and then go for management. But a student who have not decided during his or her bachelor's degree and currently working somewhere, do you think that the person should still consider give one chance to go for MBA as well?
I'd say it's completely depends depending upon a personal interest. Uh, like I don't believe in FOMO. Just because everyone are applying to get doesn't mean you have to apply. So if someone is truly interested in moving to management related area, a non-technical area, I would say like it's a good idea to go on. Yeah, that's it.
Right. Okay. Correct. So this totally depend on people's goal. What is
Yeah,
the goal in, or maybe it's a short-term, long-term goal. If their at least middle-term goal is to become a manager in some company, so yeah, MBA from top B school is a way. Or if they
yeah,
want to continue in technical and make their expertise, uh, build their masteries in technical itself, then they should maybe say they can continue or they can go for masters in that field. Right.
mm.
Absolutely. Okay. So how are the assignments and case studies given? How are the assignments? So is it more of bookish studies or it's more of assignment? So how is the studies in IIM Ahmedabad?
Like in case of assignments, like in the first year, you'll be formed into a group of 6 people. It's a random allocation. So all the assignments will be done by the same group. So people who are good in finance related things will be working on finance, same as
Okay.
what I said in the REM related things. So people working with these trends. Like couple of people will be working on an assignment and 2 more people will be working on different assignment and so on. So people will share the workload among them and they will be completing it. And like every subject has different allocation for the weightage of assignments. Like some subject doesn't have any assignment related things at all. Some has 50% weightage. It depends upon the course instructor whether to have an assignment or how much weightage to give to the assignment and so on.
Right, right.
And regarding the case studies, as I said, like IMA follows case-based pedagogy. So, like literally every subject has a case book. Before going to any class, you need to read the case and understand what the case is about. Only then we'll be able to understand what's going on in the class.
All right. Okay. I have seen IIM Ahmedabad website and I have seen the syllabus curriculum as well. So there are a lot of subjects. You have trimester one, trimester two, trimester three. Then you got a lot of specialization and if I scroll, it's going like endless. So how do you choose subjects in your first year and second year? How is the system there?
Like literally everyone studies the same subject in first year. So only in the second year you'll be getting a choice of taking your own subject based on your own interest. So it's a like an uh, option kind of process where you have to bid for a course, and if in the case like it's a high demand course, you need to bid a lot of points, and if it's a low bid course, then you will be able to easily get a course at a very low point. So you'll be given a fixed number of points, and you'll be bidding for a number of courses that you like. And there's a specific number of courses that you need to take for the every term. So that's how things work in the second term, second year.
All right. There are a lot of people on the internet. They say that, IIM placements are not real.
Mm.
Okay, where we see really IIM students are having such big CTCs or packages or placements. So what is the reality? Do you really have those uh, big figures in placements or not?
No, I won't say it is definitely not inflated. The CTCs are real. For example, for IMA, it's audited by a third party vendor.
Okay.
So, uh, I'm not sure about other IMs. There are very few IMs which audit their report. But just because some of the tier 3 private colleges and some of the tier 3 institute inflate their packages doesn't mean like literally every institute is going to inflate.
Right,
And there is no reason for everyone to inflate their packages
right,
because the demand is from the students. Like students want to get into IMA or POC.
right,
Like
right,
the institute is not pulling the students, so they
right.
don't have any reason to do this.
Right, right. I mean, Yeah, IIMs don't have any reason to inflate. I mean, even if they don't show packages, it doesn't matter because they know what kind of work and what kind of education they are giving to students, right? And it has been decades where trust is built by the work, by the action. So I agree with you that there is no reason for top IIMs to or top MBA colleges to inflate their cities fees just for the news sake, right? Correct. Okay.
And I don't think like even if they don't release their placement report, that's not going to stop any aspirants from getting into
Absolutely.
IIM.
Right, right. So that with this point, referring to this point, I would like to ask one more question. Um, what is your opinion on ROI? People calculate, people think that okay, I'm spending 20, 25 lakhs. Like you also have spent, you have also paid money, and students well before they start calculating ROI. If I'm paying 30 lakhs or 25 lakhs to the college, I should get a returns in so much of time.
Mm.
Yeah. And this kind of a thought is injected in their mind by different people, different influencers. So what is your take on ROI? How do you take that?
You have to think from that perspective. So it's like an investment, and the investment is going to grow into multiple times in the future. So like um so I used to see it as a long-term game. So if someone is graduating and somewhere around 25 or 26, they have at least 30 years of time before they retire, and most people are not at all retired. So which means like mm, yeah, the starting average package in IMA or B or C is somewhere around 33, 34, or 35. Uh, so even the salary is not going to remain the same for the next 30 years or so. We are going to get increments and so on. So I see it more as an investment than as a loan burden or something like that. And also, like I feel like the investment is justified uh, because like uh, there's very little government support that is given to IIMs. I'm not sure about it. And you can just get top class faculties with very less salary. Like,
Yes. Even they must have invested in their education at that
yeah.
times.
So
True.
I consider this as an investment, more than as a loan model or something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it like it's good that students should check the placements average highest because that become a measurement for call for colleges to compare, right? But that should not be the end goal. I mean, that should not be the only factor based on which you are deciding to go for a particular college. In Indian B schools or Indian colleges, we don't have a good reflection of faculty team or maybe infrastructure or the kind of research going on or kind of projects which they are doing. So one of the most important benchmark or key factor become or key performance indicator, I would say it become is the kind of placements which they are offering. So that it should be only this much. It should not be just to calculate your ROI.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Okay, now let's have a little bit of rapid fire round where you can have one sentence or one word. Okay, it'll be
Okay.
yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
easy. Okay, so which one is more interesting if you have to answer it again? College exams or CAT exam?
CAT exam.
CAT exam. Okay. Mock test for students who are going to watch this podcast and people who take you as the mentor or pioneer or people to whom they can refer to. For them, what's your message for mock test? Hate or love?
Love.
Love. Okay. Um, if you have to divide, maybe say on a scale of, from the 100%, the percentage should be given to classes studying in the classes and percentage portion should be given to self study. How much? How do you segregate?
20% for the classes and 80% self-study.
Self study. Okay. um, for Rupesh, BARC, DILR or quant, which is the tough one?
DLR is the toughest one, but ironically, I got the highest score in DLR in my CAT.
So you converted your fear into your strength.
I
Oh,
don't know how it happened, but somehow things worked out.
oh, great. Okay. What do you think, Rupesh? Because you have answered it again, and you have seen how the student get filtered from 51 strength to 2.
Mm.
What is the difference between a 99 uh, uh, what is the difference in a 95 plus percentiler and the rest of the group?
I think someone who never gives up, who has self-confidence that they can improve themselves even in face of adversities. So that's the most important thing. I think most of the people who drop out like feel like just by seeing one or two bad mark scores, they lose their confidence and they don't want to continue. So it's all part of the process.
Right.
Literally every aspirant faces at least one or two bad mock scores. So someone who analyzes the mocks and identify the gaps, identify the weaknesses, and works up on is going to get somewhere around 95, 99% or so. That's the difference.
Right. So difference of confidence and consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. In the initial stage of your preparation, or I should say, in the initial stage of any student's preparation for CAT exam, they should focus more on speed or accuracy.
Accuracy.
Accuracy. Okay.
I'm also always an advocate of accuracy.
Right.
So I used to say the same to all the people who asks guidance from me. So in terms of QA, I used to attend some 10 or 9 question. I used to get 8 right. So uh, I used to take my time and I would make sure like I get it right.
Correct. Right. Okay. Your study style during the CAT exam preparation was more planned, like you used to plan, or it used to be spontaneous. Once you wake up in the morning, you decide, okay, let me pick up this part.
No, no, no. It's more of planned.
More of planned.
I used to plan things at least 1 week in advance.
All right. Okay. Great. So when you answered any mock and the mock score dropped, what was your reaction? How was your reaction? Calm and analyze the mock, what mistake you have done, or panic and attempt the next mock instantly?
Definitely, I was pretty disappointed. But never even once I panicked and took another mob immediately. I used to get like stop doing what I was doing and take some time before reflecting on what to do. So,
Okay. What was your biggest challenge during your CAT preparation? Was it consistency, discipline, or being motivated?
um, being motivated because naturally I was consistent, but sometimes things doesn't work out.
Yeah, sometimes things doesn't work out. Do you as advise our students to take a break also between the CAT preparation or continue study?
I wouldn't say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks break, but at least a couple of days of break once in a while. Must needed. Like I mean, like I think like it's more like refreshing to
Right. Okay. The life in IIM is more of competitive or collaborative?
competitive.
Competitive. Okay. If you have to restart your CAT preparation, will you keep your strategy same or you will make some changes?
Not much changes. The strategy I had previously was like literally I had covered only very small portion in QA. I had a different strategy, but now I would definitely complete the syllabus. So the strategy will vary a bit, but in terms of we as an LRDA, the strategy will remain the same.
Remain same. Practice, practice, and practice.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, great, Rupesh. It was really amazing having word with you and understand your way of dealing with the exam, your experience at the college, and the way you look at the journey of college and journey of the exam preparation. And it was great having you because students, our students also can see that, there are humans who are studying in IIM Ahmedabad. They are not robots. So, they smile, they feel, they cheer up, they share, they think, they react. So it's totally fine. And even sometimes they also feel little demotivated. So it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Every day is different.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we are all humans.
Right. Okay. Anything which you want to say, Rupesh, at the to summarize or to close our podcast?
I'd say like consistency is much more important. Like whether you are smart or not, like whether you work or not, like you just need to take up the question, like try to solve at least one or two question every day. So I would say like in the entire cat journey, like biggest thing I learned was being consistent and trusting the process. So that's the biggest takeaway for me.
Okay. Great, great. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you so much of thank you so much to be part of the podcast series. And we hope that our students, our audience will see you again with more guidance of maybe group discussion, personal interview, and your experience in all those interviews which you have answered. Right?
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks. Thank you
yeah,
so much once again, Rupesh. And we
yeah.
all
Thanks for having me.
yeah, we all from Y Careers team wish you the best for your career and for your future and make best of your life.
Yeah, thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks. Great. Okay. Fine. We can close this up.